Garden Fancies, Sibrandus schafnaburgensis. Plague, take all your pedants, say I. He who wrote what I hold in my hand centuries back was so good as to die, leaving this rubbish to cumber the land. This, that was a book in its time, printed on paper and bound in leather, last month in the white of a matin prime, just when the birds sang all together. Into the garden I brought it to read, and under the arbute and laurestine read it. So help me grace in my need. From title page to closing line, chapter on chapter I did count, as a curious traveller counts Stonehenge, added up the mortal amount, and then proceeded to my revenge. Well, yonder's a plum tree with a crevice an owl would build in were he but sage, for a lap of moss, like a fine punt levis in a castle of the Middle Age, joined to a lip of gum, pure amber. When he'd be private, there might he spend hours alone in his lady's chamber. Into this crevice I dropped my friend. Splash went he, as under he ducked. At the bottom, I knew, rain-drippings stagnate. Next, a handful of blossoms I plucked to bury him with, my bookshelf's magnate. Then I went indoors, brought out a loaf, half a cheese, and a bottle of Chablis. Lay over the grass and forgot the oaf over a jolly chapter of Rabelais. Now, this morning, betwixt the moss and gum that locked our friend in limbo, a spider had spun his web across, and sat in the midst with arms akimbo. So I took pity, for learning's sake, and de profundis accentibus latis cantati, quoth I, as I got a rake, and up I fished his delectable treatise. Here you have it, dry in the sun, with all the binding, all of a blister, and great blue spots where the ink has run, and reddish streaks that wink and glister o'er the page so beautifully yellow. Oh, well, have the droppings played their tricks? Did he guess how toadstools grow, this fellow? Here's one stuck to his chapter 6. How did he like it when the live creatures tickled and toasted and browsed him all over, and worm, slug, eft with serious features, came in each one for his right of trover? When the water beetle, with great blind deaf face, made of her eggs the stately deposit, and the newt burrowed just so much of the preface as tilted in the top of his black wife's closet. All that life and fun and romping, all that frisking and twisting and coupling, while slowly our poor friend's leaves were swamping, and clasps were cracking and covers suppling, as if you had carried sour John Knox to the playhouse at Paris, Vienna, or Munich, fastened him into a front row box, and danced off the ballet with trousers and tunic. Come, old martyr, what torment enough is it? Back to my room shall you take your sweet shelf. Goodbye, mother beetle, husband eft, sufficit. See the snug niche I have made on my shelf. A's book shall prop you up, B's shall cover you, and here's C to be grave with, or D to be gay, and with E on each side and F right over you. Dry rot at ease till the judgment day.